Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I assume that you're all excellent.
Thank you. We are. And we're assuming you're excellent too.
Yes, I very much am. Thank you. All right. And that indicates you can all hear me clearly. Yay. Wonderful. Okay, Doc. It's time we began our um study. And this is a practice study. So that means we're going to be doing a lot of imagining itself. Okay. But I want you to do it mixed with faith, meaning you begin the process by actually accepting that what you're imagining will come to pass. You do the entire process still in that acceptance, and then we finish it still in that state. In fact, in a confident expectation that you will encounter in this physical world that which you imagine mentally. Okay? So remember our exercise. It is pretty simple and straightforward, but it is the one exercise you're going to practice throughout this month. And we have um a task, individual task for each one of you to list out 28 things you'd like to buy. They let them include a variety of things from daily things to um things you like to buy as in capital projects. Don't make a how do I put this? Don't make a kind of feeling of okay, yeah, for this coffee it's just $5. But, oh, but you know, for that for the house it's $500,000. And I don't know where I'm gonna get $500,000 from and have excess balance. But I do know I have $5 in my account. I can just walk um to the restaurant and buy it. No, don't make that kind of a distinction, okay? So, do you understand what I just said right now? It's all spending to you as far as you're concerned. That's all you want to know. It's all spending to you. And you're going to use them all together. Okay? Now, the thing is that whether it is $5 or $500,000, if you have an excess balance of, say, $2 million after spending on either of them, you'd actually still have the same certainty, the same feeling of relief and certainty from it. So it shouldn't matter whether it was for $5 or for $500, really. Do you understand? Or $500,000 even. So we're going to. It's not about segregating the list. It's more about imagining and catching the feeling of having excess balance after doing all the spending you'd like to do for a period of time. So that is what it really is all about. So we're going to apply that now with 7 exercises, or rather 7 items on your list. The first 7, we're going to imagine each one of them that you bought it already. So it's going to be a 2-step exercise, and I'll just tell you go from step 1 to step 2. Step 1 is not particularly in the instructions, but I'll tell you what to do. What to do is just simply assume that you're telling someone, I just paid. Okay? Or, yeah, that's very simple, as simple as that. Assume you're telling someone, I just paid for the item. I just paid for the clothes. I just paid for the house. I just paid for the car. I just paid for the diamond ring. I just paid for so, that's the first one. And after you've imagined I just paid that conversation, each one of them. Now, the I just paid is not necessary for the abundance exercise, but I added it because I want you to also fall in love with a generalized
We lost you, Adelarry.
Thanks, Alessandra. I thought that was just me.
Seems to be all of us, I think.
Adelaide, if you can hear us, we all lost you.
Can you hear me now, everyone?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
great. Thank you.
Yes.
So, I had a call that interrupted, but that I also had to take because it was for an emergency. All right, I'm back. Now, as I was saying, the I just paid is added to ingrain an attitude in you, which is the attitude of joyfully paying for things. But it in itself it's not an abundant experience, okay? It's a spending experience. You making peace with spending, which is good. But the abundance itself really comes from having excess balance. So you can even open your eyes and then close your eyes again. Just a brief moment of opening and closing your eyes. Then switch to the second exercise, which is the excess balance in your account. You just see the balance, see your account, and know you actually have already paid whatever you'd like to pay for. So there's a feeling that you have from doing this. It may not feel natural at first, but it is there. It is not the same feeling you have when you're thinking of where to get the money from, how to get the money, what will happen to your balance after you pay. Should you even pay for this right now, or is it the right time, or should he make it another time? And all of those kind of feelings. The feeling of having paid and then just seeing that you have the excess balance is so different and so distant. And that is the feeling I'm asking you to harvest in your consciousness. Okay, it's a feeling of complete relief and complete relaxation, and also the knowing that you don't have to spend any more on this thing, which is where the relief actually comes from. Like, yeah, this is done. Okay, you don't have to spend any more on this thing, and finally, yay, excess! Like, whoa, I've got this much money. I don't have anything to do it because I don't have to spend any more on that thing or that thing that I'd like to spend on. Right? So. Are you ready to do this exercise? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Awesome. So we'll begin with the first item. Pick your number one item on your list. And the first thing you're going to do is to imagine that you just paid for it, right? So Put yourself in a relaxed state and then imagine you're telling someone I just paid for it now. All right. Now switch to the second now. Good. All right. And that is our first done. As simple as that, actually. Did you do it? So on the one hand, you concentrate your attention on telling someone you've just paid, and on when you switch, you concentrate on looking at your balance and seeing it clearly and vividly. All right, we're going to take the second item. All right, yeah, please be relaxed. Please be relaxed. Okay, I'm glad to see that you're getting it done. So the second item on your list, and imagine that you just um paid for it. Imagine that now. Good. And now take a break and switch. Switch now to the second, the excess balance. Do it now. Done. All right. We're still going. We're going to do the third one, but did you get that done? So we're going to do the third one now. Third item, relax and imagine it now that you just paid now. Good. Concentrate on the feeling of possessing or having the thing which making that payment actually buys for you. Now we're going to switch to the excess balance. So excess balance after paying for the third thing now. Awesome. All right. Now to item number 4 on your list. Relax and pay for it now. Good. Next, switch to the excess balance. Do that now. Good. All right. Now time for item number 5. Imagine it now. Excellent. And next is the excess balance after paying for it. Imagine that now. Wonderful. Okay. Are you getting the hang of this? Are you getting it? If so, just indicate yes in the chat. We're going to do item number 6 now. Item number 6. Relax still and imagine that you paid. Imagine that now. Good. And next is the excess balance after doing that payment. Imagine that excess balance now. Awesome. All right. Now to the final item for our practice now. Item number 7. Imagine you paid. Imagine it now. Good. Relax still and switch to the excess balance after making that payment now. Wonderful. That is it. Now, that that concludes all of the exercises, but we're going to go the extra mile by imagining the balance itself, just the balance, and take it for granted that all the spending, not only the 7, all of the spending, you've got all the 28 on your list, you paid for it. So in other words, you paid for everything ever you'd like to pay for and even more. And you have the excess balance, the same excess balance in your account. Imagine that now. Good. Imagine it again now. Awesome. So that is our exercise for this session. Now, I am going to, like I told you earlier, we're going to begin a system of prompting you to do the exercise. So you just need either type excess balance or abundance. Whenever you see that pop up on your WhatsApp or whenever you see it, take a moment. You can see it's so brief to imagine it, right? So take a minute to just simply and briefly imagine your excess balance, taking for granted that you paid for everything you'd like to pay for. So we'll see on Monday for our next exercise. But until then, I'll continue with the reminders like I've mentioned I'll do regularly. So until then, bye bye.